What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Got a little more farm living for you here today. As you can see, maybe, I've made zero progress over there like I said I was going to my last video. I went to get the I had bought new blades for my echo trimmer, and I went to put them on and discovered that they didn't fit. And then I spent a couple days researching, trying to figure out where to buy the right size. Nobody seems to sell them. It's all an 8-inch arbor, which is the hole in the middle of the blade. And mine seem to be an sorry, not 8-inch, how they are. It's an 8-inch blade, 20-centimeter arbor. And mine seems to be, or millimeter. Yeah, sorry, I'll get it right here. 20-millimeter arbor, and mine is a 20.32 or something. And so I sent a message to Echo support, and they're like, no, it's a 20-millimeter. And I'm like, no, it's not. I sent you pictures and everything. So oh, that's the wrong keys. I was like, wait a minute, none of these fit. Third time's a charm. No, these are the right keys. Oh, I'm just dumb. Anyway, so yeah, I sent a response back and said, hey, what the fuck is up? I can put the other blade back on, and I may end up doing that. Hopefully you can hear me over the fan. Actually, we'll just turn that off here for a second, because we need to get that out of our way anyway. So hopefully I'll get a response here, and I can order the right blades or an adapter or some bullshit. But we're out here in the well house. It's actually nice, man. It's got this nice storage area here, and you know, we just kind of have a bunch of shit thrown in here. So I'll have to take this shelving unit, at least take it down, so I can re-insulate, and then maybe I'll put it back up, or maybe I'll do something different. I don't know. But I am overdue for changing the filters on this guy. I should have done it last summer, and I didn't. I've got the fan going just in case there's any condensation, because we do get condensation on here every once in a while, just to keep it dried out and keep it from accumulating. It's been working really well. It's just a little box fan. Yeah, so I ordered the filters, and oh, I forgot to grab rags. I'll have to go back up and grab rags and come back down. But this is a you can see. So when I first installed these, there was just a little bit of leaking that I couldn't figure out. So I tried to like putty it, and I tried to seal it. You can see where I spilled shit everywhere. And then it turned out that the entire system was backwards, and that's why I was having trouble with it. So anyway, that's why it looks like that. But yeah, I thought I would bring you guys down. You can kind of see what it's like. I'm going to set you up here on top of the water softener unit that we had to get installed, and we'll go from there. Be right back. All right, got some rags. I also grabbed a couple of gardening gloves. Not much, but it'll help. I also went ahead and drained the tank, turned off the pump and everything else. So we're gonna seal that back up, let that go. Okay, so first of all, they give you this nice little handy tool, basically a giant wrench, strap wrench, and it fits right over the top, right around, I should say, the tanks. Now there's pressure valves up here. I'm going to release the pressure a little bit, and some water is going to come out, and then that will kind of drop the water level to about here, but it's still really messy when you undo it. You still get water kind of everywhere. I think what I'm going to do, because I have basically no space right here to operate. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all three off and keep them in order. I had them numbered at one point, but I don't remember now. Let's see. Perfecto. That was complicated, man. That was confusing me for a minute. So, okay, so it's 1, 2, and 3. Easy enough, but we're still going to take them all down just because it's easier that way. So here's the release valve. Oh, just a little dribble actually, which is nice. That's good. That means that there's really no pressure in there. There's the other one. Yeah, just a little bit of dribble. Yeah, great. Fantastic. So actually, so far so good. Not nearly the mess I was anticipating. I have this block of wood back here just to kind of hold them. I can't get it out. Oh, is it screwed back there? I can't remember. I think it is. No, it's not. Is it? Oh, it is. Okay, well, whatever. I had that block there because when we had it backwards, this thing vibrated a lot because it was pushing water through the wrong direction. But I leave it there just to kind of keep things stabilized. Is it the other way around? Shoot, I don't want to. Oh man, there's no pressure in there. Not a lot of pressure anyway. Oh, there we go. Oh, so that's what I'm talking about right there. You got that water leaking out. Oh, that stinks too. Shit. All right. Well, the key here is to just be quick. See what I'm talking about? Shouldn't be dripping that much though. Oh, okay. I haven't messed with this since we put in the system, so I wonder if it was backflowing from. Yeah, okay, I think that's what it was doing. It was backflowing from the water softener. Okay, my fault. But you can see, I mean, this thing is just black. Just black. So we got a little bit of water in here. That's all right. It'll dry out. I'm not too worried about it. Is the squeegee still down here? Yeah, I still got the squeegee down here. So I think what I'll do real quick is I'm just going to brush some of this out. And I'll probably cut this bit out, but I'm just going to kind of stem the tide a little bit here. This has happened a few times. I've had this entire well house, I've had this thing flooded a few times at this point. We had a lot of trouble in the first couple of months. And, you know, if I'm being honest, I don't like the system that we have. I don't like these filters. I don't like the space. I don't like the positioning of this. Obviously, this needs to be completely re-insulated. I would say we probably need a whole new tank. The guy that put in the softener did a brilliant job with what he had to work with, but it's just not a great setup. It works, and I think realistically, if I could move the tank further away from the wall and have more room to maneuver in here, I'd probably feel differently about it. But as it stands, I don't like anything about this setup whatsoever. Like I said, these things are not easy to use. Contrary to what the oh, come on. Contrary to what the videos will tell you. Now, once you break the locks, so to speak, they're relatively easy. The gasket to that filter, which is all torn up, was stuck in the thing. There should be a fresh gasket on this other one, so again, not too worried about that. But this is what rural living is about. And as a city kid who had municipal water his entire life, so when we do redo this, I think what I'm gonna do is put, well, insulation obviously, and then I think I'm gonna finish it with plastic or metal, sheeting of some kind, so that it's completely waterproof, inside. At least as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how that goes. But anyway, so I'm going to pause it really quick because I'm going to rinse these canisters out from the, I got a couple of spigots here that feed directly from the well, I think. Or water runs back down from the house, one of the two. But I'm going to use that to rinse these out, and then we'll pick back up. All right, so we're doing this backwards. So this is actually the third stage. This is, I think, this is the ionized micron filter, I believe, if I remember correctly. That doesn't sound right. It is the ionized one. But I don't know. Anyway, it's like a mesh metal, and it basically works the way a ionized carbon is what I think is what I was looking for. Yeah, ionized carbon. It works the way a Brita filter does, I believe. I'm not really an expert on any of this, so I'm trying to remember from my personal recollection when I bought the system almost 2 years ago. Okay, we'll tighten that down. Right. And number 2 is the media filter. So this is like coconut shell and some other stuff. Man, our water stinks. It is brutal, so it's pretty cool that with this 3-stage filter, and in hindsight, this 3-stage filter might have been enough, but it wasn't working correctly because it was backwards, and so that's why I put the water softener in. It's possible this filter would have been enough, but I will say between the two, our water is pristine. So no complaints. If by chance you're having trouble with your water, this is called the Big Blue. It's made by dozens of companies. It's called Big Blue because it's these Big Blue tubes. There must be like one manufacturer in China, and they just sell it to everybody and they slap their label on it because literally everybody makes it. If you know a little bit more than I do, it's easy to install. If you're on city water, or if you're on a well, like a community well, so whereas you're not servicing the well itself, but just where it runs into your house, it is a lot easier to install and get right because you don't have, like my problem is here that I have two holes in the ground side by side. One's water coming in and one's water going out. And I just got it backwards which one was which. And frankly, I probably would never have figured that out if not been for the water softener guy who got me hip to it. And this is just a micron filter. This is, I don't know what you would compare this to, but it's basically just a really thick, really dense sieve. And so it catches crap. This one's a little bit harder to line up because there's no gasket on the filter. And you got to get it centered with... Did I tighten down that other one? I don't think I did. Yeah, I did. Maybe I did. I don't know. We'll double check it. No, that's not gonna work. This is the hard part. What do I brace myself to? There we go. And we're going to put our little stabilizer back in place again, just because it doesn't hurt. And let's see. Let's start by repressure. I hope I'm doing this in the right order. I'm going to repressurize the system. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to turn these back on. Okay. And now we'll repressurize the system. And you can hear it filling. And we're going to sit here for a minute and watch for leaks. It's filling the second chamber now. And there goes the third chamber. And it's going through the other pipes into the softener. I can hear it. Again, I don't see any leaks or drips of any sort, which is great. And speaking as a novice, that's something that I kind of worry about every time. I'm just checking some of these tension valves here just to make sure. It's also got to force the air out a little bit. I probably should turn on the water and let it force the air out of the system. Because if it's continually flowing, it's going to be stable. Yeah, I don't see any leaks, no drips. Obviously here where I spilled. But where I would see them is around this fitting here, usually up here along the top. I should have dried it before I redid it. I still hear air in there. The tank's still getting up to pressure as well, so that will help balance that a little bit. All right, looks good. So we'll get our air circulation hooked back up. Again, this is, I think this box fan was here when we bought the place. They left all kinds of shit behind. Make sure we got it going the right way. But I just leave it plugged in down here. and it keeps things dried out, because otherwise there's just no water circulation, or no air circulation down here at all. Take all our trash with us. All right. So I'll come back down here probably tomorrow just to make sure that it's all dried out. Make sure everything's copacetic. Make sure again that no drips or leaks have developed. Should be fine, but you know, we absolutely want to double check that stuff. But everything looks really good. It looks really tight. I don't see any issues. So success. And I'm not gonna lie, it was not guaranteed. I was like, I think I know. I think I got it this time. This is, again, the first time I've messed with this in a year and a half, and no time before this went well at all. So this is like the smoothest it's gone since we got this system. So, hey, we're still doing the resale thing. We're still doing some of the unboxing things. We're still doing all that. Just adding some additional content to the channel. If you like this kind of thing, hit subscribe, like, share, comment down below, all that good stuff. I'll see you next time.